So I'm here with Chef Ren of Rustica Restaurant here at Fashion Island in Newport Beach. Chef Ren, since you've taken over Rustica, why don't you tell us a little bit about the philosophy that you've incorporated here and some of the additions you've made to the menu?
Absolutely. Well, we're a farm-to-table concept of California cuisine, so we try to really work with some of our purveyors to get the most local, freshest ingredients possible, and then it really just fall back to what I was taught from working with some really fantastic, talented chefs of just adding flavors to complement the food and don't try to overcomplicate it and let the ingredients speak for themselves. So really trying to just showcase the fantastic, ingredients that California has to offer.
What is one of your favorite ingredients that you've discovered recently that you're incorporating?
Well, right now it's spring, so absolutely, it's my favorite menu of any time of the year.
Why is that?
Because you got all the fantastic green vegetables. You got the peas, the fava beans, spring onions, asparagus, artichokes, all the things that are just really great. And it's, spring is all about everyone in the kitchen shucking fava beans and shucking peas any chances they get.
They're busy.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's just, for me, it brings out really the freshness of what you work with the ingredients, because people have had peas plenty of time, but when you have real fresh English pea as opposed to something that's been frozen, it's night and day difference.
You can tell the significant difference.
Absolutely.
So, with all these beautiful fresh ingredients, and obviously not wanting to cover them up, any spices that are just popping for you right now for spring?
No, for like our foie bites that we're doing right now, we've got a pineapple chutney where we're doing a little bit of star anise and a little bit of cinnamon to kind of accentuate the pineapple, and it just goes really great with the foie. So.
Tell us a few of your signature dishes right now for spring.
Right now, my favorite dish is the crispy skin bronzino, which we do. Bronzino is beautiful. It comes from the Mediterranean. It's farmed in Greece, and we get it and we cook its crispy skin, so it's only cooked on the skin side. It's really nice and crispy, and it's served over a sunchoke puree we put down on the bottom, and then we make a beautiful artichoke baragoule, which baragoule is a dish that has come from the south of France, and it's just a cooking of artichokes and carrots and onions with white wine and acid and chicken stock, and we make a beautiful sauce out of that. So it just screams, spring. So it's a really great dish.
Well, if you were going to say to some of your guests coming in that have never dined at Rustica before, what would you say? This is what you have to have. This is what you must order. A little sampling of a few of our specialty items.
Absolutely. Well, one of my favorite dishes is the grilled octopus that I just really always want people to try, just because they're a little standoffish about doing octopus, but octopus, when it's done correctly, we use baby octopus that we poach, and then we char grill them to really get that great flavor on it. Serve it with a saffron aioli and a little citrus oil, and it's just fantastic. It's such a fun, interesting dish that, I always get people to convert into trying it, once they've had it. My little boy, when we served it to him the first time, he liked playing with it because of the way it looked. And then when he actually got to eat it, he absolutely fell in love. So he's the only 8-year-old who I know who orders octopus.
Another chef in the making? Another foodie?
Well, we'll see. Definitely another foodie.
So, speaking of youth to table, when did your interest in food begin?
It's actually a funny story. When I was in high school, my senior year, I signed up for the home ec class, thinking that it would be a great way to meet ladies and have a kind of an easy schedule. And it just struck a chord with me. I just kind of liked playing with the food and the creativity. And even in high school, I was very fortunate to cross paths with just fantastic, talented chefs. I went to high school with Bradley Ogden's son, so I got to meet Bradley Ogden, who's one of the fathers of farm-to-table California cuisine, early on, and it's just kind of like, wow, this is what it's about, and this is the passion, and how it's done correctly. And ever since then, I just kind of followed that path.
What was the first food item that rocked your world?
I would say the very first time I ever tried foie.
Foie.
Yeah. that was really the first time I was like, wow, this is something really incredible.
Right.
Yeah. I was working in at Moss's for Holding Serrano in San Francisco, and staging there, and that's where I did my externship. And he had me taste it, and I said, wow, this is what I want to be a part of, you know? So it's like ever since then I just wanted to work with really great ingredients and, you know, just do what was taught to me.
So if you could prepare a dinner for anyone in the world, living or dead, what three guests would you like to have at your table?
Well, it definitely would be my father, just so you can see what I've done and kind of a little bit of expression of who I am and where I'm at in my life. Another one would probably be Bill Clayton, because I think that he would be a great conversation with me. And the last would probably be my wife, just to make sure that she keeps me on the straight and narrow.
That's a great combination. I'd like to be a fly on the wall for that dinner party. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, growing, developing with this firm, and probably maybe branching out?
Putting up really good food, hopefully. You know, that's what it's all about. Just putting up great food for our guests to enjoy, and understanding that we're very lucky that they chose to come to Rustica. They could have chose anywhere to go in Orange County, and they've chosen to come and dine with us. So take that very seriously. We wanted to give them a great experience and provide really great food for them.
Now, one last thing, Chef Ren. Where have you seen cuisine? How have you seen it evolve in the last 5 years? Because I think we've seen a significant change, not only in the quality of food, but quantity of food, style, and California cuisine is significantly different than it was 10 years ago.
Absolutely. You know, there's a big movement with the molecular food and the artistic aspect and the science behind the food, which is great. And there's such talented chefs who are really, they're more artists than anything else with the way that they compose their foods and their approach to the understanding of the flavors, which is fantastic. But for me, what I've always been taught is just to keep the food simple and just keep it fresh and just try to keep it, you know, not to overcomplicate the place with several flavors that are going to confuse our guests. But if you're going to want to bring across a plate with artichokes, really, how are you going to emphasize that artichoke 2 or 3 times on the plate so the guest really feels like this is just, wow, a great combination of flavors. You know, so I love all the aspects of food and where we're going in our industry and culinary wise, and I think it's fantastic, and I'm excited for anything that brings attention to our industry.
Great. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a pleasure.